tell us a little bit about what happened, why you had to step away?
I had to step away because we were celebrating a lot of success that we were having as a credit union. Like we had a monthly all-team meeting, and we were handing out awards September 4th, 2019. And I don't remember much about the 2 or 3 weeks prior to that event, actually. And I don't remember the event, but I dropped dead. I had a sudden heart attack.
In a board meeting, right?
In an all-team meeting.
Oh, a team.
So the entire staff, plus a few board members, because board members visited, you know, small credit unions. Sometimes the board members visit the all-team meeting to celebrate a little bit. And I just dropped dead. Hit my head on some kind of stand or something on the way, so I had stitches on the side of my head, which was a minor thing compared to having a heart attack. It was a ventricular fibrillation. Whatever that is?
were you like standing in front of everybody speaking?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Doing my shtick, you know, having fun.
Good job, guys.
Having fun with people. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And some guys gave you CPR, correct?
The best way to have a heart attack, especially the type I had, a ventricular fibrillation, which is the kind of sudden one that just comes on out of nowhere, because I had no symptoms prior. Oftentimes, those are the ones that take you right away. And 2 people, Jesus Garcia, Chief Experience Officer at CBC, and John Leach, who worked in IT for CBC and now works for Ventura County Credit Union right down the road. They saved my life. They did CPR right away. Within 30 seconds, Jesus, who was a prior trained EMT,
Oh, nice. Wow.
knew right away
He had a heart attack.
what was going on, potentially, and within 30 seconds, he knew.
Yeah.
We got to get on this. And he evidently he shouted out, "Who else knows CPR? We got to get on it right now." So I have no idea how traumatic it was for the staff, because imagine if your boss or your boss's boss
it'd be
just
crazy.
dropped dead in front of 100 people. It's just so they had counseling the next day, I heard, and the next couple of days, anybody that needed counseling, that kind of stuff. And 3 days in a coma, woke up with blood clots in my left arm and in my head. And I said, this is odd. I know they gave me blood thinners, because they're telling me everything that they did. And, make a long story short, a few days later, we finally agreed to take me off of a drug that I was allergic to, heparin, and probably should have been taking it off before, but that's okay. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm thankful.
Yeah.
I'm
Getting
grateful.
better.
I'm grateful. But the heparin allergy postponed the surgery that I needed. Initially I needed triple bypass surgery, but one of the 3 arteries actually cleared up.
Oh, wow.
A little bit to where they only needed to reroute 2.
Wow.
So, and that went well. And, but the recovery took longer than I would have preferred. It took me a couple of years really to get over it. Physically, I felt fine after about a year, but I had brain fog. I had about 40% loss with some cognitive function and short-term memory, and even some long-term memory. The long-term memory came back, though, as I keep a lot of things, and I read a lot of, so even old notes, old reports and stuff, and, just having all those old books that I might have read 20 years ago, and, things that I brought me back to remember things from long term. It was helpful.
Were you in the hospital after COVID started kicking off?
Thank God I was not.
I was going to say
this was September 2019, so roughly 4, 5, 6 months before.
So you must have got out almost right before everything started going
I was
crazy.
only in the hospital for a couple weeks, maybe 17 days in September, and then another couple of weeks, 13, 14 days in October for the surgery.
Okay.
And recovered well.
Well, I think this
the recovery was tough, though, because the pharmaceutical cocktail that I was taking didn't help my brain heal. Because I had the hope of repairing those neurons that would help me with short-term things, that would help me with cognitive, task-oriented things that I really needed to get back to doing, just to function every day. and it was frustrating not being able to do basic things.
Yeah.
I couldn't do math. I couldn't. If I read, I got headaches, and I didn't have the same. I'm a grammar nit. One thing they taught me in Navy Federal was grammar, and details on how you submit your reports and the formatting of the reports and the font size and the size of the spacing around the documents. And it was it's a military attitude in terms of having exceptional staff work. And I lost that. I lost that entirely. I became very sloppy with everything I did, and that drove me crazy. And
did you end up going back as the CEO, or how did that all go down?
I knew within a month that this was going to be a long haul.
Yeah.
The board was exceptionally graceful and gave me lots of freedom, lots of time on my own to just decide what I want to do. They didn't want me back until they had double, triple confirmation from doctors that I was capable of coming back, to their credit. So, kind of pre-planning for events, having good succession planning is crucial in a situation like that. And we had a succession plan. We had agreements what would happen in the event of a disability or death. And I had to check in with them at a 90-day mark and give them some kind of indication one way or the other. And so we sat down in early January, and I told him, I don't know when I can come back. And in my heart of hearts, I don't know if it's the best thing for me, but I can't tell you I'm going to be good to go in February, March, April, June. I don't know when it's going to be.
Yeah.
So I think we need to move on. I think I need to move on.